For countless millennia, man has looked at the stars and wondered about the universe. Where does it all come from? Who am I? And why am I here? These are questions everyone asks themselves. In the East, yogis and sages have meditated for thousands of years and found the answers to these questions. In the West, however, people in general are misled and confused. Enlightenment, knowledge of the Supreme. These were the goals of the ancient Vedic culture. An entire civilization directed at understanding the Absolute. Even today, in what we know as modern India, the festivals, traditions, worship and customs of the people are, for the most part, intended for this end. Although prejudiced Westerners have tried to discredit India's Vedic heritage, calling it superstition and myth, the fact remains that through Vedic philosophy one can see God or Krishna face to face. avoiding cheaters, one can actually find knowledge. High in the Himalayas here, we do not see department stores, shopping centres, restaurants, cinemas or bars, rather mountains, sky and rivers. The bare, sometimes harsh face of nature provides a conducive atmosphere for advancement of higher consciousness. Those who are spiritually advanced are often indifferent to outward appearances. They understand the difference between the body and the self, and the relationship between the self and the Supreme as tangible fact. They know Krishna as he reveals himself. Of mountains, he is the Himalayas. Of purifiers, the fresh mountain wind. He is the light of the sun and the moon, the fragrance of the earth, and the taste of water. However, Krishna is not limited merely to the Himalayas. One can also meet him in the West, if he is fortunate.
What is all this here? This is a form of a meditation. Where are you coming from?
I'm from Yugoslavia.
Oh, why are you here?
Well, I came to the West, to make it, to get a job, and so.
No, I mean to say, why are you here on this planet?
You guys, you do this, and the Buddhists, they do something else. The others, they do all kinds of weird things. How do I know what is the real thing?
Well, in the ancient scriptures of India, it is stated, Hainama, Hainama, Hainama eva kevalam.
Kalau nastivu, gatirunnata.
So the easiest process for self-realization is this meditation, mantra meditation, chanting of Hare Krishna.
Kali Kali Namarupe, Krishna avatar, Nama hoite hai sarva, jagato nistan. So, we should sing the song, the only prayer is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So you just try it. Anyway, it's free.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
In former times, if one wanted to understand the Supreme, it was recommended to go into the mountains and meditate, sitting alone, concentrating the mind for many years. Of course, this meant that the yogi's hair grew long and matted. His body became extremely thin and weak. The arms and legs shriveled up, and the fingernails sometimes grew through the hand. In those times, yogis would lower themselves from the tops of cliffs to these caves from which they could never leave. There they would sit, absorbed in meditation until death. Now why, one may ask, would anyone sit in a cave until death? The answer is, for pleasure. When he is perfect in trance, not breathing, feeding the incoming breath into the outgoing, he sees Krishna, the Supreme Self, in the heart. This gives the highest ecstasy of consciousness, without end and completely satisfying to the self. Now the problem with this is the mind. which is always reaching out for bodily pleasures and rejecting any thoughts of austerity. Such yoga is impossible for people in this age, besides which, to achieve such yogic perfection takes 60,000 years. Because he is unlimitedly kind, Krishna comes himself as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the great master of the living force, and shows how to attain such consciousness in this age by singing or chanting the most attractive name of the Supreme, Krishna, in his most attractive feature. Brought to the West in 1965 by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, this knowledge of the Supreme is still spreading around the world, becoming available to people everywhere. So in the country of India or in the cities of Europe, whether sitting individually or with thousands of people, in the East or in the West, one can practice the chanting of Hare Krishna in any social position or situation of life and attain the highest perfection.